Hi, I'm Billi Maddox, and welcome back to another Bookbinding Basics, episode 6. Today we're going to be making our own field note style notebook out of materials you have probably already in your home. What is this lean-in thing? I don't know. Is this new? So I've been working on this project for a little while, actually, because I want to do a bunch of them. So I had to source a bunch of materials and cut up a bunch of things that I wanted to potentially use as covers. And it's a lot of cutting paper, a lot of folding paper. I made this notebook, which is sort of a field note style notebook. It's the same size, even though it's the same size to measure. I do think that they go back in and do a little bit of a choppy chop, hacky hack, so that the pages come out straight and not with this peak. I tend to like the peak, especially in a multiple signature book, but I'm gonna try to do it this way and make them as close to these as possible. I'm gonna be doing almost exactly the same as their specs, so the same height and width as their notebooks, as you can see here. I'm gonna do the rounded off corners with my round corner punch. You could leave them square, that's fine. And I'm gonna do the same number of pages. So these say that they're 48 pages, which is not actually 48 pieces of paper. 12 sheets will give you 12 sheets, 12 sheets folded in half actually gives you 48 pages. Because 12 two-sided is 24 plus 24. This is a math lesson now. I don't know why I'm explaining that so much. Let's get into let's bind a book. Maybe I should have like a catchphrase. Let's become binding agents. No, okay. I'm just not gonna do a catchphrase. We'll just go catchphraseless. A couple things that I wanted to share is that, let me just pull a sheet of paper here. So I figured out, just to give you a bit of a tip here at the end, if you wanted to make one for yourself, right? Regular plain white piece of paper, all you have to do is cut this, since it's 8.5 by 11 here in the United States, a United States letter, regular 8.5 by 11. All you do is cut off 1.5 inches here. So you need 7 inches this way, and then this, and then what you're left with, you know, this will be cut down to this. Then what you're left with, just cut that in half, and you get 2 out of it, because you need a dimension of 5.5. And 5.5 plus 5.5 is 11, and this is 11. It's a quick and easy way to just do 2 cuts, and then you have 2 sets of pages. You cut that strip off on the left, and then you have 2 sets of pages. Now, when you're stapling this together, this is the trickiest bit, and it's only tricky because it's fiddly. It's fiddly because you're trying to hold on to 12 pieces of paper and a cover, and maybe that cover's glossy and things are sliding around, and it gets kind of intense. Do what you need to, find what works for you. I use these binder clips and kind of hold it in place, but ultimately I do it with all my hands. I just kind of like hold it in place so that it doesn't move quite so much while I'm adjusting it and making sure it's all square. But ultimately what you want to do is make sure it's all lining up while it's flat, like while the book is open and flat. You want to make sure it's all lining up. That's how you're gonna get a really good staple there in the middle. The trick to this is you have to find, and this will be different for every stapler. You have to find where it is that the staple comes out of. What you want to do is put that very like sliver of a place. You want to put that right on the spine. If you put this edge on there, it's gonna come out weird. So, you know, what you wanna do, I'm gonna close this back up. What you wanna do, and you won't be able to see this too well, but what you wanna do is you're gonna line it up so that where you know that staple's coming out from, that's where you line it up, try to make sure it's straight, and then hit it, you know? And you should be okay. If you mess up, look, on this one that I did for the Star Wars week, I messed up a bunch. And I had to take the staple out, and I did it again. I was sort of figuring it out. So it's fine. It's fine if that happens. Take it out, do it again, it's all good. A wise man once said, you go to school on the first one. And once you make one, immediately go back and make another one, because that one's gonna be much better. Because everything that you learned on the first one, you will then apply to the second. That's why I always say, I'm gonna mess this up so that you don't have to, so that you can see me struggle. And then maybe you'll have a little bit of a leg up. Bookbinding is something I know, so I'm not gonna mess this up. I've made a bunch of these. But when you're making this at home, make one as your test. I always, right before I'm making a book, I always make a dummy. Always, no matter what. I just wanted to see what it felt like, what it looked like. I wanted to see if I wanted to do 3 or 5 staples. I always make a dummy first. You know, it's a visual representation. You see, I have my measurements and everything there. Like, it's just a visual, like, you know, reminder of what this should look like, and then this will go much easier. So don't worry about it. Just make it, and then trust me, your next one is gonna be better. If you're afraid about messing up the first one, then do it out of stuff that you're not really attached to, and then move on to like that really cool cover that you found and cut it down once you feel really confident and know that it's gonna come out perfect because you made 2 already, and the first one was bad, and the second one was good, and then this third one is the one that you really wanted. It's gonna be perfect. Trust me. Okay, so I still got a couple more of these to make. I've got quite a few of these to make, actually. I've got plenty of paper, and I've got plenty of materials for covers. So I just wanted to show you just the 2 that I made today. The one that I finished up, just the edge, turned out great. You know, I just built them and then cut these edges down, and they're totally fine. Hey, hi, where's the camera? There it is. Quick sidebar. I just wanted to say, I know I showed a few of these in the video, but I've also just kept going after I shut the cameras off, and I've made a whole lot of other ones. I made one with this just a thin piece of cardboard that I had lying around. It's pretty rugged. It's gonna get beat up, but you know, that's what they're for. This one I left square because I can't round off the things. And I'll probably add some tape there, you don't need to know that. But yeah, I've done a whole bunch more, and I've set up a whole bunch more to do. I think I'm just gonna keep going while I'm excited about this. All right, that's about it, bye. Sorry to interrupt the video. Sorry, me, for interrupting. Sorry. Here's one I made of R2 and BB-8. These the droids you're looking for. I'm actually gonna send this to someone. Rob, if you're watching, hit me up. DM, PM, whatever the kids are calling it nowadays. Look, a little field notes, because I know you like a field notes. Oh, also, just a little thing. You know, when people misprint something on a printer, this kind of stuff happens. I know it's not Orbesh, but it kind of, you know, it's the vibe. This one's going your way. So I'm gonna make a bunch of these, and I don't know, maybe do some sort of giveaway or something in the future, maybe. I don't know. We'll see what happens, okay? Don't pressure me, okay? Don't try to force me to do a giveaway. I don't know why you're all forcing me to do this giveaway. You guys you got it in your heads that you want me to give something away, and now you're forcing me to do it, and I'm feeling pressured. Okay? So don't pressure me. I don't know what that was. Okay, yeah, happy, binding, whatever. Do some of these. What? I don't know. That's how to make a field note style notebook. That's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, Reginald. Roll the thing.